Okay, so today we are going to green and mache. I know a lot of people out there do bouquets and prom work and always wedding. Unfortunately, the reality is we do a lot of funeral work in floristry. So today I'm going to show you how to green a mache container. They used to actually be made out of paper mache, but now they're a plastic versatile container. And what I did was I had a piece of Oasis that was soaked and cut it up. The reason you do this is to add weight to the bottom because it's going to get top heavy. And you could add water to it, but I'm going to put a nice piece on top and tape it in. So you chop up one piece. Usually takes about 1 block and a third maybe to fill the bottom, and then a full block for the top. And I will cut that and tape it. So we're doing a funeral piece today. It's going to be front facing, like a fan shape, things you see if you attend a wake. I'm probably going to do more funeral work from now on because you don't really see it often. And unfortunately, sometimes you have to make something. So it can't always be for weddings or happy occasions. Sometimes it is for sympathy. So that's what I'm going to try and work on today to get a video from beginning to end. If not, it's just going to be this part, and then I'll do a one where I'm filling it in next time. Okay, so here's my second whole block of Oasis foam that's been soaking. Now you never push these down. You just place it on the water. They slowly submerge themselves and they absorb on their own. It has to be fully submerged, and at least takes about at least 3 minutes now. Otherwise, if you cut through, you're going to see a dry spot. So see, there's no dry spot, so it's fully, it's wet and heavy. And to do this container, I take that 1/3 and I cut off a corner and a corner. So you're left with this shape. Then I'm also going to do that with the big block. You just cut off a corner, corner. Whoops. Alright, let me put my camera over. So now, when you're done, you have two pieces. This configuration, the shape, and it's going to fit right in the top of the foam. I'll show you in 1 second. Just push down. You want to leave a little bit because sometimes if you're putting flowers at angles, you need some foam. So this is what it looks like. Oh. Okay, now I'm using my Oasis tape, and this is going to be my front, the bigger part, and this is the back of the mache. And you're going to break it off. It's just like baby duct tape. Hold on. And it attaches to the container. You always want to secure anything you do, especially wedding containers like this, because you don't know if the driver hits a bump, something. Everything's secure. Or if the funeral director moves it around, someone moves it at the funeral home. So it's just taped. You can see the tape, but it's going to be covered up. And then later, before delivery, I'm going to add water up to here, probably about like 1 inch away from the top, so the flowers will keep drinking the water. Because in case it's a service for the next day and you deliver the night before, funeral homes allow that, it'll keep drinking. Alright, next step is to get your greens. Today I only have leather leaf. I don't have the classic, it's called teepee or Esmeralda fern, to go on the back. So I'm going to fill in the front with the leather leaf and then add to the back. So I'm starting with the middle. I'm cutting the whole stem. Usually cut the top portion off, stick it, and I'm going to create a fan shape. So one piece, you just keep angling. I know this is not the best camera angle, but I will show you. We're just going to fill in and cover up all your foam. But keep these front facing, and I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, right now you can see all the leather leaf, just like it was here, it's facing me. So this is the front of the leaf. And this is the front of the container with the wider piece of foam. You can barely see the tape. I'm going to keep covering so you'll hide your mechanics. Now if you spin it, now you can see the back. See how there's still a little gap to pour your water? This is the back of the fern. But now I'm going to place in the leather leaf, leave it long because I don't have, it's going to go in, but the leaves are going to face me. It's just a little trick. So when you spin it back around to the front of the arrangement, it's going to have a nice high top, and it's good. The leaves are going to go towards the viewer instead of backwards, because if they were facing the other way, your design will look like it's flopping backwards and not give nice height, because you could get an illusion. See, now if I go back, of a lot of height, even though I don't have the other kind of greenery. Okay, so now we're in the back of the mache, and I want to cover this. So I cut up some of my leather leaf into little portions, and you're just going to stick them in, because you never want that showing. Someone might see the back of your arrangement. You don't want anything showing. You don't want to see the foam and the tape, so you always cover the back side. Always. Don't think, oh, no one's going to see it. No, someone will see it, and then it looks sloppy. It looks like you didn't finish and you didn't care. So you always want to cover the back. And you could keep adding, but right now that's pretty decent, because this is, you know, this is just in case someone walks around and I see a little spot there, so I'll add another piece there and maybe another little piece there. So you get the most out of your leather leaf. You're not over greening, because remember, we're still adding flowers. So right now, this is a fully greened mache container. It's also called a versatile plastic container. You could do a basket the same way, or an urn, but you get a nice full coverage. And then we're going to add our flowers. Now when we add the flowers, we're going to do height. So you want long stems in the middle and outward, so it's going to look like a fan. They call it a fan shape. And you have a nice grouping in the front, pretty flowers, bigger blooms like roses or football mums or whatever you're using. They're still calling for bows, so if you need to make a bow, you put a nice big bow here. Your flower pick with your card and your message. That is a tutorial on a Sympathy mache. Okay, if I don't get to show the finished product with the flowers, I will make another video of that. So I think right now I'm going to end it like this. So this is going to be called the greening mache tutorial using leather leaf fern in a versatile plastic container, and that's a 7.5 inch container. They come in larger sizes. That's what I'm using.